Hiya and welcome to the Teen Whisperer, the podcast for mums of girls who are often labelled as too much, too sensitive, too emotional and too different and just don't fit in. I'm Rach Friedley, fellow mum, coach and play specialist, and here's what I believe. Our girls definitely do not need fixing, and we don't need yet another list of strategies that make us feel like failures in our role as parents. The truth, behaviour is not a flaw. It's a signal from the body, and it's the body's way of asking for support without the words. This podcast is about listening, not controlling, connection, not correction, and giving you tools that actually work in the chaos of real everyday life or everyday real life. So if you're ready to stop second guessing, feel confident again and finally connect with your daughter at her level, you're in the right space. So keep listening. Does Christmas ever make you feel like you're failing at life? Even though you are doing absolutely everything? Like no matter how much you give, how much you organise, plan, carry and hold, it's never enough. And you're still snappy, exhausted and secretly wondering what the hell's wrong with you. And on top of that, your daughter's emotions and behaviours are louder, messier, closer to the surface, and somehow they're pressing every single one of your buttons. If that's you, take a breath. This episode is for you. So welcome back to the Teen Whisperer, the podcast for mums and girls, tweens, teens and young women who are trying their best to figure out this whole teenager thing without completely losing the plot. I'm Rach Friedley and I'm a coach, and I help mums of girls who are seen as too much, too sensitive or struggling to fit in uncover what's really behind those big emotions and challenging behaviours. So you can stop second guessing yourself, feel confident again, and truly connect with your daughter. And listen, I'm a mum too. That juggle is real, very real, especially when your daughter is suddenly living like a nocturnal Netflix gremlin and you're left standing there thinking, what the friggity frig is going on? So here's why this time of year hits us so hard. And let's talk honestly about Christmas. Not the music ones. I can't remember the song now. Not the Instagram version. The real one. The one that brings pressure, overwhelm, endless to-do lists, emotional expectations, and that low-level sense of, I should be enjoying this more, with a gritted teeth. For many women, this time of year doesn't feel joyful in the slightest. It just feels heavy. And here's why. Our nervous systems are already stretched. It's the time of the year, stating the obvious here, when our circadian rhythms are out of kilter, courtesy of the dark mornings and the dark evenings. So literally, my brain goes to, oh, it's dark, bedtime, even though it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Anyway, our hormones are already working hard and our mental load is already full. And then on top of that, we pile on more responsibility, less rest, disrupted routines and constant noise, people, and those blinking decisions that everybody seems to expect you to make. No wonder we're irritable, emotional, snappy or numb. That's not you failing. That's your body responding to that overload, that overwhelm. So here's the piece that is so often missing from these conversations. Our daughter's nervous systems are mirroring ours constantly, 24/7, just as yours is mirroring hers. So teen girls are deeply relational, emotionally attuned. And when I say teen girls, I mean tween girls and those young adults. And they are biologically wired for connection. Their brains are still developing, ye olde prefrontal cortex yet again. Their stress systems are sensitive and their sense of self is really, really fragile. So when we're dysregulated, overwhelmed, rushing around or running on empty, they feel it deep within them. Not because we're bad mums, but because as humans, we are designed to co-regulate. And this is called mirroring, and it works both ways. So most mental health conversations start with psychology. Think positively through gritted teeth. Change your mindset or be grateful. But when your body's in that constant fight or flight mode, none of that is going to land. Logic does not work. When you're stressed, your breath becomes shallow. Your heart rate increases. Your brain goes offline. It's like switching that Wi-Fi off at the wall. And your emotional tolerance drops so that every little thing affects you. That is not weakness, as we're told time and time again. That is survival physiology. And the same is true for your daughter. And especially at Christmas. When routines disappear, your nervous systems wobble big time. And that is not a flaw. So this is why I always come back to the big five. Breath, which is your emotional steering wheel. If you slow your breath and breathe from your belly, your nervous system follows. It calms, so slow the breath and it follows. Movement, a reset button for the brain. It clears stress hormones and brings perspective back. And movement doesn't have to be outside. You can do it inside, bouncing on a ball, jogging on the spot, playing on the Wii. Now I've just dated myself. Having a laugh, jumping around. It doesn't have to be complicated. Motivation, doing something meaningful, not productive, restores that resilience. And sleep. This is where all of our emotions are processed. Without it, everything feels personal, and hard. And of course, you've got nutrition. Fuel matters. What you put in your body 100% matters. Blood sugar dips equals those emotional dips. These aren't fancy, this big five. They're foundational and they're always available to you. And this is why it's so important. You don't need somebody else to sort out the big five. You can do it yourself. But if I had to choose one thing above everything else, it's connection. As women, we are biologically wired for it. Without connection, personally, I go into survival mode. Busy, distracted, doing, coping, scrolling on social media, feeling, and that is not living. And our girls feel this too. They crave that connection, but so often end up getting stuck in those surface level online interactions that deepen insecurity rather than soothe it. Because they want to be seen, they want to be heard, and they want to be valued. Those are our basic needs, just like we do. So why does mirroring change everything? Well, do you know what? I'm so glad you asked. Mirroring isn't rescuing. It's not fixing. It's seeing. Now, Sil Reynolds puts it beautifully in her book, Mothering and Daughtering. Mirroring her feelings and thoughts helps her to see herself. Do you want me to repeat that? Mirroring her feelings and thoughts helps her to see herself. Think of it like holding up a mirror and saying, I get it, I see you. And here's the bit we forget. Our girls mirror us too. So if we do everything for everyone else, they learn it's normal and expected. If we never rest, they learn to feel guilty for resting. If we never ask for help, guess what? Neither will they. This time of year exposes that pattern brutally, time and time again. So this week, I caught myself feeling flat, overwhelmed and quietly resentful, like everything was on me. And then my daughter said something that stopped me in my tracks. She assumed that because I work from home, I could do all those extra Christmas jobs because I'm here. That old script. So if mum doesn't do it, it won't get done. But instead of snapping or swallowing it, I explained the full why. That I'd supported her earlier in the week when she wasn't well. That I needed protected time now. That finishing my work meant I could actually be present later and do the stuff that needed doing. And she got it. That is mirroring. So for this, my daughter ended up driving to work rather than me driving her to, coming home or hanging around where she works and then picking her up again. She got it. She understood what I was saying to her. She saw my perspective from my point of view, stating the obvious. I respected hers. Nobody was rescued and nobody exploded. That's regulation in action. So here are some gritty, real-life ways to use mirroring right now in this moment. Number 1, ask for help and explain the why, not just the task. Give your daughter specific responsibilities, not vague help out, because that means absolutely nout. Keep your basic routines, especially sleep and meals. Create a safe exit signal when she's had enough. Ours is the word banana. No, don't ask, don't know. Build in time out for everyone. So it's within your day, so you know when that time out is and you can go and have that safe space. It helps no end. Get outside, even when you don't feel like it. Even 5 minutes changes you from that to ah. And use breath work in the moment. Long exhales, calm, fast. So breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Focusing on your breath takes your brain out of fight or flight. Gets your vagus nerve online. And then, of course, eat regularly. Hangry mums are not regulated mums. And then spend quality time doing something you both enjoy, not just organising the shiz. And most importantly, stop doing it all. So if Christmas feels hard, it's not because you're ungrateful. It's because your nervous system and your daughters are under pressure. Nothing is wrong with either of you. When we understand our bodies, the brain softens. When we change how we respond, behaviour follows. You're not failing, you're learning, and that matters so much. So if this episode landed with you, please hit subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Share it with a mum friend who's deep in the chaos of being a mum of a girl. She needs to hear she's not alone. And don't forget to grab my freebie. It's in the show notes and it works in real life. I use it most days. And if you want that deeper ongoing support, the kind where you don't have to explain what the frig is going on or perform, the WTF membership is there for you. It's a space for mums raising girls in a world that feels anything but calm. Because remember, it's physiology before psychology, always. And you're doing way better than you think. Take care. Bye-bye.